So I am here because today is a very, very important day. For me. Okay, so today is February 23rd. I just got a ring at my door, and I think that it is my books. My book is printed, and I think it's delivered. So I'm gonna wash my face and all the things, and then I'm gonna unbox it. I'm not gonna unbox it until I get myself together. I have received the print version of Lavender Heart Tea, my first published book. And I almost didn't do this because I am a sufferer of chronic blepharitis. I've always had issues with my eyelids, my eyelashes, my eyes for many years. I always we thought I had allergies. I was always told she has pink eye. She has all these different things, but what it really is blepharitis, an issue with the eyelid. So because the eyelid doesn't necessarily always get what it needs, the eyeball itself lacks. So if it looks over here, my eye looks a little bit weak, pink, it's because of the blepharitis. It can switch between both eyes. It can be both eyes. Some people, everybody's different. I'm actually on a self-healing journey where I have rejected the steroids. It's been a year now. I talk about it in my book. I did go on them for about a month, and when I came off of them, my experience was not the best. Things actually exacerbated. It got worse. And even just from reading the online community, different people that suffer with different various issues with eyelids, episcleritis, scleritis, all those different things that are on steroids. They talked about, just over time. Of course, the steroids, they do help at the time. They help. They mask because there's no true healing going on. So yeah, just different people talked about how over time they're just steadily having to increase their dosage. Because I actually started on a very small steroid. I think it was like 0.25%. But over time that has to increase because your body, like anything else, it gets immune to it and it needs more. So I went on the steroids November of 2020. I stayed on them for a month as instructed by my ophthalmologist, and trust me, I've seen them all. I've seen like 10 plus doctors. For the most part, I'm just told, be on the steroids. It is what it is. Did them for a month, did not like them at all. I'm not a big medicine person anyway, but I really didn't like them. Of course, they would clear up. My eyes would be clear. My vision would be clear. I wasn't experiencing the floaters, but I was experiencing like headaches and whatnot. And like I said, I followed the instructions. I did them for a month. Then I was weaned off of them. But then afterwards, like a week later, it came back on a million. So since then, since December of 2020, I've been on a self-healing journey. I'm still on it. It is currently February 2022. It's not for the weak. It takes a lot to not know if and when it's gonna flare. I hadn't really been able to do makeup or a lot of the things that I want to do all the time. And I'm slowly, even though I'm now reaching like the 2-year mark, I'm slowly getting okay with that and just being confident in who I am. And when I can wear it, I do. And when I don't, I don't. And I'm trying to also be generous and graceful and gentle with myself as my body heals from all of the trauma it has experienced and I have swallowed down. And quick story, I went back into my journal because I was just thinking like, what the hell did I manifest? Like, what did I ask for that made this come about? Because like I said, I'd experienced this all the time as a kid. But as a kid, you're not as aware of like your appearance. Like the teachers and stuff would call my mom and say, XYZ or whatever. But as a kid, it isn't as prevalent. And it went away. I've always been a chronic eye drop user. Any eye drop that could get the red out, maintain what I thought the appearance is that I wanted to, and it hits the confidence. So at some point, I just decided I was done using the eye drops, and whatever it was is what it would be, but it was fine. But as I continued to dive deeper and deeper into my healing journey, I think that a lot of the things I was trying to manifest were more on the surface level. I wanted the money, I wanted the appearance, I wanted all the things that made me from the surface look like I had it all together. I went back and I just was looking like, I was like, oh, I want to move to New York City, I want to live downtown, I want to have this, I want to make X amount of money per month. It wasn't the intent of I wanted to make it look like I had it all together. That just was all I knew. That's what I knew to be the example of, you know, that's just what I thought was important. One thing that stuck out the most to me is I was like going back, because I was just like, why is this coming back up? Why is this ailment that I was experiencing as a child that seemingly went away, masked, went away. I found new coping mechanisms to bury it, I'm finding out. But why did it go away, and then why is it back now? I found the culprit, and I don't have that journal here with me. But what I asked for so innocently, not even realizing I was opening Pandora's box. But what I asked for was a more authentic existence. And what I'm realizing is that authentic existence never could happen, wouldn't ever be able to happen if I hadn't gotten back to the root. And there's this beautiful concept. I talk about it in my book. I have a poem inspired by it. I will put the title and the author in the description because I can't remember. But I got this book because I have now for almost 2 years been studying Eastern medicine and trying to cultivate better practices for my body and make a more conducive environment for its healing. I found this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful concept about wearing one hat. And it just talks about how we put on all these hats to cover the other one, to cover the ugly of the other one, because eventually that hat gets tattered and worn and we're embarrassed of it, so we just put another one on, and another one, and another one, and another one. And then when we get to the space where we're just like, oh, I want to heal now, you got to keep taking off those hats. You got to take off every hat that you put on to cover the other hat. So that's where I'm at now. I'm taking off these hats, and I'm just like, me asking for a more authentic existence made it so I had to take off the hat I had put on to bury this, because it was never gone. It was just buried. So that has stuck with me. And like I said, it's been hard. It takes a lot of courage to stand in something that isn't necessarily aesthetically pleasing, especially me being who I am, always being the well put together, the pretty girl. Even though my ego a lot of times was like, girl, because I still have the eye drops, I still have the steroids, the prescription is good until February of 2023. But my higher self is just like, we did that already. Like, not necessarily the steroids, but we did that masking already. Like, ain't you tired, Miss Healy? Like, ain't you tired? So, to get back on track, my book is here. But before I do that, I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate 7-year-old and 13-year-old Lakeisha that never thought that I'd be an author. Like, she didn't know. she didn't know that this would be happening. Shout out to 7-year-old and 13-year-old Lakeisha. Oh my God. Okay, I just opened the first one. Okay. I ain't looked at it yet. I ain't looked. Oh my God, I see the purple. I see the lavender. I see the lavender. I see the lavender. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's too good. It's too good. They told me to order one, but bitch, I ordered 3 because what? One? Bitch, I am an author. I'm gonna do a 1. Mic drop. Mic drop. And the cover art is by my beautiful, talented little cousin, Savannah Ardenson. She is a sophomore in high school, but she plans on going to an art school. She hadn't decided which one just yet, but I gave her my vision and she slayed. Per you. Shout out to you, Savannah. I love you, girl. You going places. We going together, sis, okay? I love you so much. I love you, Savannah. I love you so much. Thank you for bringing my vision to life. To my legacy, I crawled so that you may walk. Walk boldly so that yours may run. I whispered so that you may speak. Speak boldly so that yours may scream. For there is never true poverty with enlightened sovereignty. This would not be if this girl had not fought to have her voice heard. Thank you so much for listening. If you're interested, Lavender Heart Tea is now available at Barnes & Noble online. Link in the bio, link on my website, withlovekeesh.com. The ebook version is only available on my website at withlovekeesh.com, but the print version is available at Barnes & Noble online. Thank you for sharing this with me.